Are we here? Are we starting? Is our countdown
Yeah.
ending? Do you know what? We only have 25 seconds. We're having a quirky Merc dance party. We took inspiration from
Yep.
Koi and Bibbs because we love a double countdown on this show. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. As you can see, we've titled this one, and we're going into overtime because it didn't happen in one match. It happened in 2 matches this week. And I remember asking last week, do you think we'll see our first overtime this week? And we didn't get one. We got 2. So
I was right. My feeling was right.
What a week of matches we have just witnessed. We have so much to talk about today. And there's only one place to start, really. So I am going to give a spoiler warning. We are going to be talking about the Throwdown on Friday night or Saturday morning, depending on where you live in the world. So I'm going to wave my hands. This is your spoiler warning. Okay. Spoiler over. I will do this again once we finish talking about the Damon Dimallanta match and the undercard of Bibbs and Oyama. Now, 3 of us in this group predicted last week that Alex Damon would retain his title, but the lone wolf beneath me, Teresa, had all the faith in Mr. Andrew Dimallanta. And what happened? He took So I think it's only fair to start with the person who predicted the win. So congratulations, Teresa. You can have a minute to gloat and you can talk about the match.
I don't really want to because that match was just so perfect. It was everything I didn't know I wanted. It was like sudden death, both of them having 20 seconds when it ended, and sudden death. No, the speed round. That was like crazy. And then we went to sudden death, and we had Thomas. We had a fake out win, a real win. It was just amazing. I still have trouble finding words to describe how I feel because I'm so happy for Andrew. He deserves it so much. He works so hard. And after last year, I was a little bit scared what would happen if he hadn't won the title this year because, you know, you can only like stick it out for some time. But when you don't get that belt, what's that point? And I am also heartbroken for Alex because it was really close. And I never saw him lost his composure before. This was the first time he was like, fuck. And I was like, oh my God, he swore. Because what else can you do? He was perfect for 50 points. I really, really wish they could share that belt because they both deserved it after this match. And it's my new favorite match in all the Schmoedown history because I don't think we ever saw anything like it. And it was really special. Really, really special. So I'm very happy for Andrew. I'm happy he had his moment and we saw how thrilling it is for him after such a long time to have it. So yeah, I'm so happy for both of them. I think they both played the best we ever saw anybody play in Schmoedown ever. So it was brilliant. That's my point.
Well put, Teresa. I think the favourite part of the match for me was the reaction of Andrew winning.
Yeah.
It was really emotional and you could see how much it meant to him. And I thought going into it, the only way he can win this is to go perfect. He did that, so did Alex.
Yeah.
And then I just didn't think it would ever end. I genuinely think another day it might go to 30 questions in overtime. I think that's where we're heading in this league now. The level of knowledge is unreal. And Alex knew the question that ended up. He just didn't get it in time, and that is what the Schmoedown is. It definitely is going to be a really difficult match to beat match of the year. It's going to be definitely on that.
It's going to happen. Probably it's going to happen. Schmoedown is always like that. At the beginning of the season, everyone said, Bateman vs. Merle, best match, it's over, it's locked. No, nothing is going to beat that.
But to be fair, though, that match was great, but we've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah, this can't compare.
I just want to say that I think, on your point before, two things on this match, and that's the only thing. First, it's three things. First, Dimallanta, congratulations, you did deserve it. It's everyone can see how much work you put into this. The second thing is, I think we will see in Star Wars League a lot of sudden deaths. Maybe even ones that will go over that point threshold. Maybe not over that point threshold because it was five round match, but more questions asked, because I think that there is a lot of players on that level, including, for example, Laura Kelly. I just want to say I'm so the thing that I'm so happy about is it's Dimallanta versus Kelly, and that's the match everyone expected to see last year.
It's not. If Alex wins it back, then
it's Dimallanta Damon. He gets an automatic rematch
in May. So
and after Kelly can.
Yeah. I thought that it would be all.
If Damon
Kelly
won,
first, Damon second, or triple threat.
But can you imagine the triple threat? If
I would love it. I would love it.
Wow.
I would love it.
I would just say, before we started, I said to Liam, Teresa and Matt, you guys went there. I said to Liam, I wonder what would have happened if it was a triple threat.
Yeah, I was also thinking about it.
Yeah.
I just would never end.
No.
I just think they'd still be playing through the night.
Yeah, well, Laura said in the post interview that she didn't know the questions that Alex did blanked on for a second, so it probably wouldn't go forever. But even if it went like this far with 3 people, wow.
I actually
that could be this match.
Yeah, and I actually think that the third thing I want to say is this is I think the best example of the Schmoedown match, what Schmoedown is to show someone if he likes Star Wars, because it's not the match that was decided only on knowledge. It was a challenge involved, so everyone can see that the gamemanship and strategy aspect also of the Schmoedown, and I like it and I love it. I would show it.
And then their expectations are like, okay,
yeah.
So this is everything.
But and I must say the thing I'm most happy about is that Quirky Mercs are now pretty good at the standings, and I must commend everyone who made the rules, because now everyone can see that championship, that if you win the championship or you defend it, it makes a big difference. It makes a big difference. It makes a big difference in your faction standings also, because last year it wasn't the case. Now, if you win a championship, so Quirky Mercs won on -1, right? And now they are on 6. So it's like Bibs and it's like Bibs and Kid won their matches. That's the point value that they got. Yeah.
It's such a high quality league. I think there's about 4 or 5 players where I just see them very, very likely having perfect games. Alex Damon, Laura Kelly, Andrew Dimallanta, Joseph Scrimshaw, I'm putting in that. I mean, potentially Thomas Harper. We haven't seen him play yet. I have a feeling he's going to be on that level. And, it's just, we're going to see, I do agree with you, Matt. I think we're going to be seeing overtime matches often in this league.
I think the special thing is that they didn't miss and they didn't go to multiple choice, and they were perfect for 50 questions, like 100% perfect. I think that's the thing that makes it really different from any other match we ever saw, because it's just, maybe it can happen again now. Maybe they go into 60s in May, it's there could be a better match, but I can't imagine it anywhere other than in the Star Wars League.
So this is a spoiler talk for patrons, so this is not a spoiler, I think, and it was actually in public on YouTube. I don't know how many questions deep were Lord of the Rings match overtime went. I think it was something like that. I think actually that exhibition match had more question asked. Parker and Alex went really, really long on that overtime.
Yeah, but I have a feeling it wasn't into 50s; it was into 40s. But
it was third, but it was 3 rounds. It was only 3 rounds of match. It wasn't a 5-round match.
So many questions.
So many questions, Deep.
I just think that's what makes the league so interesting. Because, with Star Wars, you miss one question, you're very likely going to lose your match.
And I will talk later about goal leader.
Yeah.
We're really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now,
so happy.
First, before we get to goal leader, I have some stuff to say.
Please, Ben.
No, goal leader is later, man.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Before we get there, I have a lot to say about this match. I should have gone with my heart and not my head in the prediction leagues. And I will say, I now understand what Matt meant 2 episodes ago when he said, even though he chose Brother Lomas, he was hoping for Alvarez to win. I know what he means now, because even though I chose Alex, I was really hoping for Andrew to win. And I will say, when Alex won, I was like, okay, that's fine. But when Andrew won, I was, even before he did it cheer, I was going, yes! And jumping up and down, and so happy for him. For 2 reasons. One, because I'm a huge fan of Andrew. I love his show. I can't wait to see his reaction on his Beyond the Schmoedown tomorrow. That's going to be amazing. And also because the Quirky Mercs are now no longer -1. Yes. I'm so happy.
Well, fair play to Coy for drafting him. I was shocked that Andrew took that long to be drafted, if I'm being honest. He had a title shot. I think other managers might be regretting their decision now. Nothing against who they drafted. I'm sure Thomas Harper, for example, is going to do really well. But, I mean, for Kate, who had a pick before him, she could have had a title now if she picked Dimallanta. But I don't... Thomas Harper's a good person as well. It wasn't the worst.
I wonder...
We will see.
I wondered that. I do wonder that, because that was something that I was worried about, because I know Andrew's personality is more that of focus. And I sort of wandered into that match. The main reason why I chose Alex, and I didn't say this last week, was because I thought, okay, the Quirky Mercs are more happy, let's have fun. If we win, okay. If we lose, well, we learned something, sort of thing. And I sort of wondered if that mentality would suit Andrew, and it did. It really, really helped him. And I wonder if that sort of mentality would have been, if he would have had that mentality had he gone to the den, or if it would have been something else that he would have had to, maybe that switch that Coy and Bibbs and the kid sort of switch on him and say, hey, let's study this, let's study that, let's have some fun when we get in there. I don't know that he might have had that with the den, and he may not have gotten the victory.
That's true. I never saw him this focused ever. It seems to be really working what Mercs are doing for him.
Yeah, and I just wonder, in every sport that happens, when you get to that championship, when you get that goal, will he be as the motivated? He will be motivated, but will he be as the motivated to defend it also? Because when you have a mounter like Alex Damon, the 5-time, I just wonder, because that's I think he will do great and be motivated, but I don't know if I have a Alex Damon before me to play. I don't know if I could be as motivated after I, for example, beat him.
I think that it makes him more motivated. I disagree.
Really?
Yeah,
Good.
I mean...
No, I don't know. I just wonder. I don't know what will happen. I just wonder what will happen.
I know what you're saying. I just think he's now got it. He's not going to want to let it go.
He's going to be more determined than ever. He's going to study so hard. And Nikki is going to be better for it. So
I do think the rematch is a complete 50-50. It's gonna probably come down to a challenge again or something like that, or maybe like a misspelled word, something along them lines. It's gonna be very, very tight. We know this. So yeah, I don't know if anyone has anything else to say. What a match! What a match!
I'm just really glad this was the prediction I had right.
Yeah.
Because you gave me some shade last week, a little bit of shade.
I think I have to take it where I can. Okay.
So this was the one I was really going for it, and when that fake out happened, I was like, no, I almost had it. Like, what else he has to do? There's nothing else he can do. Like, what? It's not going to happen. And then
I was going to message when I saw that. I'd be like, yes, I won again. But luckily I didn't send it because as I was about to press send.
Oh, I wish you would have. Oh, my God.
Ben, what did you want to say?
I was going to say every match this week has got something tied to it that makes it so special to me. And this is probably my best week of watching Schmoedown ever. And I'll get to each match when we get to it and say why it's so special.
Cool. So that leads quite nicely. We're now going to talk about the other match on the pay-per-view, which I got right. Sorry, I just had to float a little. Ben as well. Oh, nice. Yeah, so Paul Oyama and Bibbs. I don't know. I just had a feeling with this one, and we've titled this section "Paul 5.0 Oyama" for a reason, because this is probably one of the first times in a long time he's been able to put it out the bag. In a lot of his matches where it's been that tight, he's missed the 5. Not this time, baby. He hit his.
You were scared. Say it. You were scared when he had to answer his 5.
No, I knew he was going to hit it. I had no doubt whatsoever. No, I'm kidding. I was nervous. He has a tendency to.
I was seeing like the light on the end of the tunnel when he missed it too. I was like, oh, maybe.
Yeah, it was my. Maybe I will catch up to Leah. Maybe I'll catch up to Leah.
Yeah, but I didn't. In the end, I didn't want Bibbs to win. I wanted Paul to win. I completely changed my mind through the whole week.
You didn't want for Bibbs to win.
No, but I was like rooting. They are equal in my mind. I love them both like the same amount.
Yeah.
But I was texting you in the group throughout the week that I have a feeling about the match, and I was changing my mind through the whole week, and I'm glad.
I got the feeling that Oyama would win, but I didn't want to change my opinion. Not live.
Yeah, I wouldn't change it, but.
Yeah, but I had a feeling also that Oyama would pull it out.
He was amazing.
I now have Paul as my favourite to take the singles belt next. After I actually have him higher than Chance. I think Paul will be, apart from Dan Murrell or Collins, I then have Paul now. Okay. I think he looks really scary this year. And now he's hitting his 5s. I think he's looking pretty unstoppable. So that is my pick for next person to take the singles belt. But it was a really, really interesting match, and it was almost a -2 for the Quirky Mercs. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, they're going to go to -2.
No.
But Bibbs was able to pull out his quite tricky 5. And
well done, Thomas.
Oh, well done,
Thomas. Well, you're better than us.
It's a good thing you're not in our league, because otherwise you'll win it. And I want to win. But yeah, what a match. I really enjoyed that match as well. I'm going to pass it to Ben.
Liam, I know we're going to get to it. Liam, I know we're going to get to it, but I hope you've thought of a punishment for Matt.
Oh, I know. I have it. Don't worry.
Okay, good.
My boyfriend is disgusted by the punishment for Liam. He's like, Manchester, no!
I like your boyfriend.
Yeah.
All right. I want to talk about this because this was special to me. This one, it was another one where I was sitting next to my grandmother and I had my earphones in, and I wasn't nervous at all. I won't lie. I was not nervous. Once Bibbs missed his, I think it was his 3-pointer, I thought Oyama's got this. Oyama's got this. Oyama's got this. Even though he missed his 2-pointer, I was like, oh, he'll get it. He'll get it. I don't doubt. The only thing that I had in my mind was, if he loses, are they going to turn him heel? And I was hoping that didn't happen, and I'm glad he won because now we don't have to find that out. Anyway, the thing that I watched him in his debut and his rookie year, and I watched him climb to the top. And that Dan Murrell, that spectacular match was a hell of a match for him, and I like that the change that he's gone through. I like that he's now has this good guy attitude. He's more respectful. I like that side of him, and I like that he still has that rookie fire in him, but he has that last year respect, and the two melding together make him such a dangerous player. Almost as dangerous as Dan Murrell. And to be honest with you, I am so happy that he won. I just loved it. I was so happy. Also because Matt was so happy during the gold leader match, and I was just so enjoyed it.
Me too, Ben. Me too. I'll pass it over in just one sec. I just wanted to briefly say, I thought Bibbs would lose, and I thought the kid would lose, because I feel like they always have a bit of a slow start.
Yeah.
But I do think if you asked me that same match midway through the season, I probably would have gone Bibbs. So I don't have any worry for them. I think they'll probably start excelling later in the year. I just think something about the start of the year, they have to get into it, and then they get.
We did say that ultimate Schmoedown tournament season could probably be their best.
They're great
best
in
time
tournaments.
Yeah.
Of them.
I will say this: when it comes to the final exam Shazam number one contenders match, I know who I'm picking, and yeah, it's not even a question to me. So yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll probably always pick Shazam. Almost like maybe if they go against Bateman and Merle or some new team, but Shazam is, I think, one of the best teams ever.
Just quick on that. I think that they together just fill the psychological gap each of them have. So Bibbs have something that can calm down the kid, and the kid has something that calms down Bibbs. And together they are
that comes both of them.
Yeah, and I think that they are together much stronger players than apart. And yeah,
that's the one team. Like there are two teams I never want them to separate, and both are on Quirky Mercs, Real Rejects and Shazam.
Yeah.
I don't think the Real Rejects will ever be separated.
So now it's my turn to talk about the match, I think. So
please go ahead.
Yeah. It was a great match. Paul definitely deserved the win. He was. I never saw him that focused. I think I don't. He wasn't that focused. I think, and in any match, he was laser focused, and it was nice to see that. I like Bibbs and everything, but it was nice to see that he did deserve. I did prepare something I didn't tell you about it because I like to do it. It's my how would I do the for everyone who is I think involved with it, path to single champion. So you have Jeff Snyder, you have Marisol McKee, you have Liz Oloroka, depending who wins the match on Saturday. You have Chance. You have Chance. You have Ben O'Reilly, and you have Paul Oyama. So I think that Marisol should get one of those top players because I don't like that what they say that she could play Jeannine, because I think that if you give Marisol someone a little bit who has a better record, if he beats someone like that, she can be on the path to the singles championship. So I will probably put Marisol with the winner of Ben Bateman and Mark Riley. Just my and I will my personal preference. This is just so biased, and my personal preference. My dream match now is Chance Ellison versus Paul Oyama. I want to say that so bad. And
again,
the rematch. And and Jeff Snyder would play a winner of Roca and Lishana Mirror, because I think it would be a great match either way. Either you get special rematch or you get Roca versus Snyder, which is always fun. And you have a little tournament.
Yeah, I don't know what there's obviously a mini bracket going on. I don't know how it's going to work, but
actually, I think Ethan Irwin will be involved. Like there will be another match, and I think
I don't know.
And I really want that Ethan Irwin Paul Oyama match that Oyama said
I think we'll get it.
Like wow!
Eventually, he would get it.
Such a great match.
But I think that Ethan has some big commitments now, because he wasn't.
Maybe
he wasn't even announced to play.
Yeah,
and
it's probable, but like I
just
match in my mind is crazy.
Yeah, but the most important thing for me is that Marisol gets someone who has a good record. I want to see her with someone who has a good record, because I want to see her propelled forward. That's my personal bias, because I want to see her play someone really good with a good record, so she can move forward towards that championship. Yeah.
Well, speaking of future matches, we will get to the other 3 matches which aired on YouTube this week, but we have a new chairman, and my God, did she announce some fantastic matches coming up? And the Lioness is officially.
Wait.
Thank you, President Grace. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Wait, what?
Liam, don't forget to do your spoiler wave.
Oh, thank you. Okay, we're back. Come back, everyone. I turned it more into a I don't know what that was. It wasn't really a wave. It was something.
Are you doing some magic? Like
yeah, I'm just so like entranced by the Lioness. It's caused me to.
She's pretty amazing.
My limbs move in weird ways. But yes. So before
I love her posts in group. Her posts are so funny.
Yes.
Yeah, she's hilarious. Yeah,
it's keeping me
so
entertained all week. I'm loving it so much. But yes, so
would be great. Yes.
She announced a lot of matches. I didn't count how many, but a lot. We have all picked some, which we've all picked 3 favorites, I believe. So what we'll do is, I have a feeling some of them might be the same. We haven't discussed this prior. So I'm just going to say one which is on my list, and if it's on yours, you can talk about it as well, and we'll go around. So the first one I have on mine, I don't know if you'll have it actually, is the Kevin Smith Stacey Howard match, because I am so excited that Kevin Smith is going to have a competitor where I think that the actual game will be really competitive, and he has someone who is probably one of the best personalities in the league. It wasn't a big announcement. I just think it'll be a super fun match. So that one really stood out for me because I didn't know who Kevin Smith would get, and I think Stacey Howard is a perfect match for him. So that was the first one I have. I don't know if anyone else had that one on their list.
No, I'm actually really glad you picked it, so I don't have to.
Okay, I think I'm the only one. So I'll pass on to Teresa. What was the one you have on yours?
Okay, so just to preface this, I'm not picking things we knew about before, like Free for All or Dan and Collins, because I'm already excited for it. But I'm gonna pick Gathered versus GTE.
I have that one.
I have that on my list too.
Okay, so we'll all say something about it. First of all, I really need to see Goddard play, like really badly. I have FOMO. I need to see it. I think this is the perfect combination. He needs a challenge, even though he only played one match. We saw him in teams. We saw him in a geekdom. We know he's good, but can he beat someone like JTE? And it's also a great challenge for JTE to come back, but not have someone like, I don't know, Oyama for his first match. But I think Goddard is a very opponent. And I think this is another perfect match. They keep picking them so well. I love it, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay, can I, Liam?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it was. I will talk now about JT and Goddard. I will just say one more match because now JT is out of mine. So I have. Sorry. I had the feeling we will have a same. So I have a couple of extras just in case. I think that this match shows how good matchmaking is this year. So if Ben wins, he beat the former team champion, the man who was in the finals of Ultimate Schmoedown. So his stock is going up. And if JT beats Ben, then JT showed everyone that he's still player everyone remembers, because Ben was one of the most hyped rookies when he played in the beginning of the season. So whoever wins a lot in this match. So not only the points or the win column, but how people will see them. I think it will be a very competitive match. I don't think it will be blowout in either way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very, very, very much looking forward to it.
Okay, seeing as we've lost Ben for a little bit, what was your another match you had?
Well, the second match I had, it was the one that Thomas did say. It's Drew McQueenie versus Lon Harris. It's very simple. Drew McQueenie is one of my favorite players, and Lon Harris is one of the best characters in the Schmoedown, but also knowledgeable. So we will see where Drew now stands, because if he beats Lon, he just throw himself in the okay, I'm still one of the best. If you beat Lon, you can consider yourself one of the highest tier of Schmoedown players, in my opinion. So yeah, I think it's awesome match. It will probably be funny and show a lot of knowledge in movie trivia wise. And it's Drew McQueenie, so I'm really happy. And everyone knows who I'm picking in that match, but okay.
I just want to see McQueenie's reaction to Lon doing his thing.
He's still going to be the delinquent. We haven't seen him this year.
Please.
Yeah, but
I would be so sad if he doesn't do it. I would be so sad if he doesn't do it.
I will say this much: in the draft, he had his pipe and his hat back, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Is he back?
And I was that was one of my matches I wanted. Is the second one, so yeah.
So Thomas is going JTE in the Goddard match.
Yeah,
I might also be going JTE, but I won't give.
I'm not sure yet. I have time.
You know what I'm doing.
I have time.
Ben looked disgusted at my prediction there. I feel like I just insulted his whole family by saying that. Ben, what's a match you've got?
Okay, I'm going to cheat a little bit.
Of course, you are.
Of course, I have to. I'm the man bull. I will go for the mini teams tournament. I am so happy that's happening. I am excited for the tournament. I know everyone hates it digitally, but I love the teams. Teams in Inner Geekdom are my favorite of the tournaments and of the divisions, and I'm so happy that's back.
Grace did say that she might have a new way of doing it as well. I don't.
Because she's brilliant.
Exactly. So it might run smoother. I hope it does.
I hope so.
They also left a lot of things off that were like part of a match last year. We don't have interviewing the managers in the beginning, so the matches aren't that long. So I think that will help. Like the managers are there less, I think, for that reason, because the matches were too long.
Yeah, that was a good adjustment for this season. I have enjoyed that. That they only talk to them when they need to, I think.
Yeah.
All right, it's back to me. I have one on my list which hasn't been said yet. Now, I'm not sure if it was announced already, but I'm picking it anyway. And I have the team's number one contender, which is Final Exam Shazam.
Damn it. Yeah. It's April 2nd. It's announced.
Okay, yeah, I knew. I think I knew that match was happening anyway, but I think it's now been officially announced.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very difficult match to call. I really like Paul Oyama, and I think I'm probably just edging it to them in terms of who I want to win. I used to not like Paul, but I've really changed my mind on him. I didn't like him in his first season, but since his new character, I really do now. And I just want to see him be a double belted champion. And I think
Paul
he has
Preston.
potential.
Yeah, Paul Preston. You just took my my match who was in my back pocket if someone chooses the same as me.
So
yeah.
yes,
Wait,
that was
Liam,
my
are you
final
referring to? Oh, okay.
I just also am so happy with that match, but I have one more in my back pocket.
Okay, that's my three done. So who has ones that I haven't done yet?
Okay, so my second and third were what Matt picked, and now Shazam and Final Exam. Also just Shazam and Final Exam. Those are four of my favorite competitors ever. I love them all so much. I think it's going to be a great match. I'm obviously inching more towards Shazam, but I wouldn't be mad if Final Exam won and they went for the title. I think those are the only two teams right now that have the younger player, older player matched up together. So I think it will be really interesting. And Final Exam did surprise me last year when they beat Founding Fathers. So they can do it. We'll see. And I'm going to just pick one random match I'm really looking forward to. And it's Edward Hoyk versus Griffin Newman. We are hearing so much about Griffin Newman, and I really need to see more of Hoyk. Like, he's amazing. His character work is amazing. He's great. Rapport between him and Shannon is amazing. So I'm really looking forward to that match, and I'm done.
Okay, can I now or will you, Ben? I can do it. Okay.
Yeah.
So my third match that no one said yet is Witt versus Thomas.
Oh.
So
nice.
yeah, I think it will be. I think it will be more competitive than anyone thinks, because Witt is with the dungeon, and they have Parker, they have Mara, they have Dan, they have Molly.
They have Howie. They have like 4 Star Wars.
Yeah, and we all saw last year and heard that Witt was like secondary manager, so he probably works with everyone. But I just want to, and I think it's a great test for Thomas, because I just want to see what he can do. Because in my book, he was the rookie I looked forward to the most to seeing play, and I just want to see him play. And that's my third one, and my just the one who is my second one in my back pocket. I really want to see is Ty Lieberman play, because I think that match will say a lot on how the Finstock Exchange will do this year, because I think that everyone said that he's probably the best singles pick they had after the three locks, and yeah, Barbarian and Roca said that Lieberman is probably the best. That the Barbarian's friend, and Ben Bateman said that also on backstage. So I just wanted to see him how he will do, because if I see him do something like perfect round or 7 out of 8 and excellent second round or something, then Finstock Exchange has two good teams that they can make, and I just want to see
that like Griffin Newman is their isn't he their best singles after drafting, and then
I think
maybe
that
Ty?
I don't know. I know that Barbarian and Roca said that probably Ty is the best.
But okay, maybe I heard something different, but okay.
I think that I heard that after the draft when Barbarian was with Ben Bateman on backstage, because I specifically remember that Ben said, "Oh, that's him. I forgot about him."
Yeah, they were talking about that trivia thing. They went together.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just want to see them, because now I think that Finstock Exchange will be a very good faction this year. Actually,
I'm still not sure yet, but I'll just see. Ben, did you have any others?
I wasn't quite sure, but was Jeffrey Kahn announced it?
Yes. Jeffrey Kahn.
And he's playing
John Flickinger.
Right.
It's April 15th.
The flick pick.
Because I was going to cheat again, but I'll take him that match, because I've seen him on not backstage, a certain point of view, and he carries himself well, and I like him. He knows his stuff, so I think he'll do well. Of anyone in the Finstock Exchange, I think I like the Barbarian and him maybe the most. But yeah, we'll see, and maybe what's the lady's name?
Taylor Robinson.
I like her too.
Yeah. Or Kim Taylor Foster. They have two ladies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because they had to. I think they were made to pick the ladies.
He said that on Rundown after the draft. But,
I was like, okay, Christian's calling me.
Yeah, it was quite amusing. So, I mean, so many.
And then
so many.
My third match. Can I cheat again? I'm going in a Geekdom tournament.
You're such a cheat.
God. Such a cheater, man.
It's like 10 matches at least.
Did they announce it in the Geekdom tournament?
Oh, sorry, not in the Geekdom.
Star Wars. Star Wars, wasn't it? Yeah.
8-man Star Wars tournament.
So there was an 8-man Star Wars tournament and an 8-team tournament as well. That was it, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yes. And also the one, if I don't cheat, is whoever wins on the 31st is going up against Mike Kalinowski.
Yeah.
And I'm so looking forward to whoever wins that. If it's Alex Damon, awesome. If it's Barbarian, I know who I'm picking. But if it's Alex Damon, it's going to be a bit more complicated. So we'll see.
Actually, I don't know who I'm picking.
I know who I'm picking, but I will say...
I know who I'm picking in Alex. Alex is Barbarian.
Okay.
I will save it for our predictions for that week.
Next week.
So many amazing announcements, and I've been loving the takeover from Grace, and I'm sure we're going to have a lot to talk about with scenes and things throughout the weeks. But there was 3 other matches this week, and which aired on YouTube, so we still have a lot to talk about. As you can see, the Machine is now a star. So, double meaning there. She is a star in terms of Roxy's faction. And she pulled it out bag. This was a really exciting match to watch for me. I actually played along with it and I was messaging Teresa throughout. Yeah. And that was fun.
And I knew nothing. I knew one movie because I saw Moonrise Kingdom last week. So
Yeah, the one you knew. I had no idea.
One of the movies I knew was the 5-pointer of the machine.
nice.
I like that movie. That's why I knew it, only because of it. It was a fair 5-pointer, but I just liked the movie, so I knew it.
Yeah, it was a really.
But
really,
I didn't do well. I didn't do well otherwise in that match.
What a question. I only got the animated question right. So
I'm so shocked to hear that. I said to Teresa, I got a perfect first round for the first time in my life in this match. So I don't.
Yeah,
maybe
it wasn't
for me.
so hard. First round, it wasn't so hard.
Yeah, I knew some things in first round, but I had like 3 points. But 3 points is a lot for me in the first round, so it means it wasn't that hard. So
I just simply I got the movie release date question right, and I'm so bad at movie release dates. But I just remember because it was when I went to university, so it stuck in my head. But it was I really enjoyed this match, probably because I was playing along. But besides that, it was a really fun match, and it kept bouncing between them. Jader was leading for quite a while, and he had a good round 2, a not disastrous round 2, which he had been having. It wasn't perfect, but it was good. Although Jeannine was able to catch up a little in that round. And then it came down to the 5-pointers. And Jeannine managed to pull it out the bag. And I'm really pleased for her. Really pleased for her. Not only because I predicted her, but I just really want to see her do well. I just have a lot of love for Jeannine. And she's often come short, maybe on the 5-pointer, or just not quite managed to see it through. And finally, this time she did. I'm really happy for her. And I hope that this momentum will carry and she'll have a good run this year. And I also really hope that she's able to take part in the tournament if there is a singles tournament, because I really missed her presence last year. But yeah, I will pass it over to you guys.
Can I please? Please.
You're
so,
eager.
yeah. I was the only one who picked Jader. That's why I want to say it. And I'm happy for Jeannine. I think that everyone rooted for Jeannine in that match because, as you said, she was many times so close on beating some people and had some bad luck or something like that. I will just say what Ben, when me and Ben talked after the match a little, he said to me, and it stuck with me. We talked about the knowledge she showed and Jader showed, and his experience has beaten the pure knowledge. Experience in game, not getting flustered and stuff like that, has beaten the knowledge, and I'm in agreement with Ben on that one. I will say Jeannine knows her stuff. I think that if she only works on her first round, she can contend for that championship. She's good at second and the third round, I think, most of the time. But I don't know what is with her first round. It's always a little lacking, in my opinion. But yeah, she can do it. I really believe in her. On some other note, I just don't know because you are all frozen to me. Are you hearing me well?
Yeah, all good.
We can hear you.
we're all good.
Okay, thank you.
Ben now.
Okay.
What do you think, Ben?
I'll talk now. All right. I really like this match. I will say though, I will disagree with someone on something, and this is not us, between us. This is I disagree with Brad Gilmore and Frank Janish on their analysis, because I think they said was the thriller the Jader's weak point in that in that wheel round. I don't think it was. I think he knew his stuff. I just think he hasn't been good in his second round historically, and I think that's why he was nervous. hearing from his post-match interview, hearing him speak, he knew his stuff. I think he just got nervous because he had that history of always failing in the second round. And that being said, once he went over that hurdle, once he got the second question right, he knew his stuff and he was able to recover. And given one or two more matches, he'll be there. Given more practice from the den, given more motivational speaking from the best mother on Schmoedown ever, Kate Mulligan. She will do. He'll do really well this year, I think. Especially if he can
I just want to say. Yeah, sorry. I just want to say, I think that perfect match would be him versus Ice Pick. Him versus Ice Pick would be probably
I said it, right?
really good match.
Wow.
Yeah, we talked about it with Liam. I said it, but I really don't want those two to play because one of them will have to lose again, and I don't like that possibility. Okay, so great match. I'm happy Jeannine won, but I probably wouldn't be mad if Jader won because I like him. Yeah. He's amazing. I really liked Jeannine with Roxy. I think she needs someone like Roxy who is blindly loyal and will support you so much that I don't think anyone is a bigger supporter of her players than Roxy. And I really, really liked Kate with Jader. I think like those two really got the managers they needed, and you could see how the effect of the managers was on the match. So yeah, I really great match. Like all of this week's matches, every week it's the same. Great matches.
Yeah. So let's move on to the Star Wars match, which aired on Thursday.
No, let's not do it.
Teresa, I know, is a huge fan, absolutely huge fan of our winner of this match, Gold Leader.
Yeah.
I know she loves him, absolutely adores him. Isn't that right, Teresa?
Yeah. Is it my punishment to talk nicely about Gold Leader?
That's a good one, actually.
Oh, okay. So
I think Ben said that he wanted to say something when we start to talk about the Gold Leader first. So I think we should give him that chance.
So I will say this. We did a watch along, which, trust me, won't be aired for many reasons. Main one being that, I will say that I loved his look as a villain. He's doing amazing. He's Chandra level villain, but I really, really wanted Lacey to kick his butt because of that.
Yeah.
And I'm a bit sad that she didn't. I knew a lot of the questions in the play along. That was probably the best I did this week, other than the Inner Geekdom match. So yeah, I was happy with that.
Go on, Teresa.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so yeah, of course, I hate him. He's terrible. But I need more people like him in the league because this week I was rooting literally for everybody and it breaks my heart every time. So give me more heels. I want to hate them and I want to be clear on who I root for. It's easier for me. So I'm glad he's here. He was fantastic. His first match, like I haven't expected him to be this good. So I'm glad he's here and I'm going to hate him a lot. And Lacey played really well for her first match. I think she, like, if rookies played this way always, it would be crazy. This year just continues to surprise me with everyone. So yeah. I think Lacey can still do really well for Dan. And also she's their second pick for Star Wars player. They still have Harper as their first. And Bushkar, and also he has a cool name. I'm glad he has the nickname that we can make fun of, Gold Locker, Gold, I don't know. But his normal name is really cool. But he's the first pick for Star Wars in Finstock Exchange. So he's great, but can he beat people like Thomas Harper and Alex Damon and Andrew Dimallanta? We will see.
Yes.
Before we go to Matt, I want to say something. Because while we were watching, we were wondering why on Opponent's Choice, when he got Opponent's Choice, they chose, was it Solo or Rogue One?
Rogue One.
Rogue One.
Yeah. So, I honestly, we went back and we checked. They didn't have any of those tricky ones like
because it wasn't. There is
wasn't
no that kind of. No, the tricky question, the tricky categories. PJ explained it to the group. The tricky questions. I talked to Teresa about that. The tricky question, the tricky categories like weapons and stuff. There is no second round categories like that. There is only movies. So the second round categories are only movies. But PJ did say that he will think about including the tricky ones because he saw the point people made about what is the point when you can only choose the movies.
Yes.
He said that he will think about including those mid-season. So
I do think they should be on the wheel.
Yeah, they should
me
because
because then there's no point in Opponent's Choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, every Star Wars competitor knows every single movie.
Yeah.
There's no way.
I guess I don't know if Clone Wars. I had to audio listen to this match. I didn't watch it on YouTube. I watched it on my way to listen to it on my way to work. So I didn't actually see the wheel, but I know in the Damon match, mixed bag was on there, which is probably the trickiest category you could.
That's because they didn't have opponents and spinners, so they needed 2 other categories.
Okay, that makes sense.
And I also noticed that I was like mixed bag. I would give them mixed bag if it was an opportunity, but it wasn't there. Yeah.
Yeah,
I did.
Can I talk now about Go Little, please?
Yes. Go for it.
It's time for me to gloat.
Yes.
It's gloat time. Yeah, I was the only one, I think, and I'm on. I think that the majority people thought he would lose in the group and everything.
I think majority of people wanted him to lose.
Yes.
Yeah, and that also. But the first thing I just heard is when the promo was airing that Luke Thomas said, Tess Harper said that okay, don't sleep on that guy. So he probably knew him from somewhere. That was the first thing on okay. First, I will talk about his work as a face or heel. So heel. I think that he's the best heel after Rocca was. Rocca is still the best heel when Rocca was a heel in Schmoedown for me. When he played the heel, Rocca was the best. I think that Gold Leader is the best heel. The character work is great. So send me a gift because I give you my time. It's a pure heel. He's one of the rare pure heels. You have someone like Shannon who is a heel you love but you hate, but she's bad. Let's just say like that. You love her but she's bad. But God Leader is someone you just hate. You want him to lose because he's a cocky. He doesn't respect anyone except Gucci and his squad. And I think he's perfect for Gucci. He's perfect for Gucci. He's in perfect faction for him.
Yes.
And that's hard. I just want to commend him because I think that actually Lacey said that Gold Leader privately is a very nice guy. And it's hard to play. It's hard to play a cocky bastard if you are not and still play that good. I just want to say on his knowledge, he did as well as some best competitors right now last year in the tournament. He missed only one question. He didn't have to answer his 5. We don't know if he would knew it, but he knew almost every answer instantaneously, I think. So I think he could contend for that number 1 contender and stuff like that. I don't think that his knowledge is weaker than anyone in Star Wars League right now. And I think that in Star Wars League is just how lucky you are with the questions, because everyone knows so much. That's the fact in Star Wars. Everyone knows. Yeah, that's so much. You can know so much, and I'm very happy that he won.
I also disagree, Thomas. It's okay. It's okay. It's very subjective.
Yeah, I mean,
okay. Who is better heel than him?
Chandru.
After exit.
I hate him.
Oh,
I hate him so much. And
I love him. That's why.
I can't stand watching him. Yeah, I love him as a person. Like in a normal life, I think he's like an amazing person, actually. But as his character, like he's acting like a spoiled teenager right now. And I have a brother and sister, and they are both spoiled teenagers right now. I can't stand it. Trust me. Like Gold Leader was actually funny, but Chandru is just and I'm glad that he's here. I'm glad for all the heels. I know it's hard, and it's good to have.
You
another
wanted
one
to kill him, Teresa. You wanted to kill him.
You never saw
me
when
the
Chandru had a match. Yeah, because he's new and I didn't know, but I really like Chandru. I really just can't stand to watch him. Like it's.
I want to see that now. I want to see.
It's pretty bad.
I love Chandru as a heel, and
me too.
I love him so much is because when he won the belt the first time, he posted that video on the Facebook group of him dancing with it. I commented on his video and said, "Why am I strangely attracted to you right now?" And he replied to me saying, "It's the big belt energy." And I've just loved him because I was like, Joe, what a response. What a guy.
Yeah, he also saves like random things from Facebook, and then when he wins a belt, he's gonna comment on something that happened like 6 weeks ago or a month ago. He's like really diligent in his heel work. So yeah.
I love him.
But maybe Bushkar will be even better. But we just saw him in one instance, and Chandru has his storylines this year, and like he's really involved. So
yeah.
Okay,
so there's one more match we need to discuss, and I think that I will let Matt kick this one off because he loved this match. Absolutely loved it.
I loved it. It was my favorite of the week. I'm not kidding.
Brandon
I know that no one believes me, and Teresa is really mad at me right now.
I believe you, but I'm mad at you.
Yeah,
go for it.
Because I like the comeback stories. That was my weakness. I like the movies when you have a comeback story. Rudy is one of my favorite movies all time. If you watch that movie, you know what I'm talking about. And I like the comeback story. Hanna did deserve the win, I think, because it's hard to come back after that. I was rooting for Zip because I will say this: the little clip before the match was the most emotional thing for me this season. It was more emotional for me specifically than anyone winning the belt, because it's two old friends after arguing coming back together. It was so nice and sweet, and I was so happy. And after that, I just don't know. Okay, please, let Zipper win. I know I will lose the point, but let Zipper win and make Winston happy. But Hanna did deserve it, and all props to Roxy. I'm just saying that the questions were not so easy. I still don't think he will beat Hanna will win his next match. I can say that. But he got Parker next. Yeah, I don't think he can beat him. That's my opinion. But it was a great match. I love the comeback stories, so that's why it's my favorite. and of the week, not all time. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I like Inner Geekdom. I always do pretty well in Inner Geekdom, but I must say, why don't people study Harry Potter more? People always fall in Harry Potter questions. I don't know why. I don't think it's so hard.
And I felt
okay.
like this one was pretty obvious. What else would it be?
Yeah.
It's always love.
What else can it be?
Always.
Yeah, it's the theme of the 7 movies is love. Love is everything. Love protected Harry.
I will say this. The reason might have been was because they were thinking more the final movie where he was a Horcrux. So maybe that's why. I think if one of them had said, "Please repeat," they would have worked it out and said, "No, it's love," because it sounded like they were both thinking last movie.
In the last week's match, also the question no one knows was from Harry Potter. I just don't know why this always happens. always Harry Potter. Yeah, it was a great match.
Oh yeah, he will.
Yeah, that's true.
But Hanna hadn't played in almost a year. Like he was rusty. It's just he had like 2 matches last year.
His I think the new categories is not in his favor at all.
Yeah, me too.
And we don't know how the new categories will be for Parker.
That's true.
Yeah.
Also,
that's true.
True.
Yeah, and
I will say this.
Yeah, Ben.
This match made me. Sorry, you guys talk.
Okay, so 2 matches I would immediately push for match of the year we have in March. It's crazy. This was such a great match, and I actually think Zip overplayed Hanna. I think he played better. I expected him to win after a while, but I'm glad Brandon take it because I think he really needed it. His last few years it was playing Chandru again and again, and then 2 matches in the tournament, and then that's it in a geekdom.
Yeah.
And I did expect it a little bit more from him, but I know there are some things happening right now in his life and so on. So I'm not really sure if it affected anything. Maybe he was a little bit nervous. Maybe he was a little bit rusty. I think he's going to get better, but I don't know also if it's enough for Parker. I think maybe not now. I was really hoping, because I really like Brandon. I know a lot of people don't because he's playing a little heelish character, but sometimes the reality overbleeds into Schmoedown, and I know him from other things, so it's really hard to root against him. And I really wish he had won another match before Parker, because I think he needs more time to prepare for it. So yeah, but both played amazingly. I think Zipper is going to do a lot for Winston, and I also agree that scene was very emotional and I loved it, and both with those t-shirts, and yeah, you were right, this is the best storyline right now, all of it, again, about Swag.
I just want to jump in quick. I don't think Brandon played amazingly, but he got the win. And when we look back on the season, it won't matter how he won it, he won. And obviously, I predicted him, just putting that in there. So pleased about that because he got me another prediction point. I think I'm shocked that when I looked on the Facebook group for Manager of the Week, Roxy is not in the lead. I voted Roxy.
I already gave up on it. I'm not going to do it because I was angry about Kate last week, and now I'm like, how can no one pick Roxy?
Yeah,
is she even second?
I forgot to vote. I
have
to vote.
I think she was second, but I believe
no. I just want to vote.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Andrew won, and that's amazing, and Koi's his manager, and it's a title match. I get that.
But it was 50-51. It's not like he won because he played better.
I feel like Roxy's managing. She does.
Yes.
I think Roxy's management of Brandon is what won him that match. I don't, not in a horrible way, but I don't think Koi's management.
Me too. Yes.
Won him that match. You know.
Yeah, she deserves manager of the week, maybe even manager of the year at this point.
She and also for Jeannine, and also for Alex, because she like.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't understand. It feels like I know some people just hate Roxy, whatever
I
she
know
does.
why.
So.
No, I know why. It's recency bias. People go, "Oh, Andrew won, so therefore Koi must be the best manager." That's
but
why.
It also doesn't
and maybe because of the challenge. But I also think that Roxy should win. I will vote for Roxy now. She should win the manager of the week for me.
He had 2 people win this week. No one else did.
And also,
and Sam won on that last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a whole other argument.
Anyway, I just want to say because
the ladies are getting snapped. Sorry.
I went through. Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you totally, Teresa. I agree with you.
Thank you.
For me, okay, this match took me through a gambit of emotions, quite frankly. I was a little bit tentative when Zipper first came on the screen. I thought, okay, it's going to be a whole thing with them. They're going to fight again. Because I remember once someone asked Christian Harloff, what do you think about the ending of the Zipper Winston feud? And he said, do you really think it's over? As a sort of tease. And I thought, oh, damn it, they're going to carry it on. Poor Winston's going to have this thing. He did. He got me. And then when that happened, and with the T-shirts, I nearly cried. I was like, yes, Winston, you have an ally again. And then, let's just see what he said.
You're not being on Facebook.
Thomas would vote for Koi.
I think you can vote on Twitter, right? Okay. I don't know.
I just voted. I voted for Dimallanta as a player of the week and Roxy as a manager of the week.
Yeah.
But it won't help. Koi has 80 votes more, so
Don't
understand. Anyway, back to
people love Koi. That's why Koi is one of favorite people, I think, in Schmoedown for people. So
look,
yeah.
I will say this. I don't like Roxy's promos personally. I feel they're a bit whiny, but
I think she's whiny on purpose. Like she is annoying on purpose.
I know, and maybe she's playing a heel manager, so that's maybe why. So for me, that always drove me a bit crazy, her promos, but the way she can get her players out of their heads is amazing. She's not just the Schneider whisperer, she's the player whisperer, let's be honest.
Yeah. The only manager I saw that sorry. Go
Brandon
Ben.
Hanna.
Go Ben.
Jeff Snyder, Jeannine the Machine, and Alex. She got them all out of their heads when they were feeling nervous, when they were feeling like they can't carry on. She was the one that was there to say, hey, let's get this done.
Yeah.
You guys can do it.
Yeah, the only manager I saw that doing that is Shannon.
Yeah, Shannon has also great pep talks. Like they could both be motivational speakers.
And Sam is great on his game knowledge.
Yeah.
That's Sam's strength.
The one thing I disagree with obviously I haven't seen this, but when we listened to the post-match on the Jader Jeannine match, Kate had mentioned that Roxy was spamming the chat. I don't think that's fair, to be honest.
To mention it or to do it?
to do it.
Yeah,
So-
I know I think she. I don't know if this was already recorded. I know Kate and she talked about it, and I think she's banned from the chat now.
Okay.
And Kate was actually angry about it because she like did it as a part of her promo and her like playing her character, and she probably didn't mean it as much, but yeah, she gave it back. I'm glad she like read it out loud.
Yeah, thank you, Thomas. That's exactly what I've just said.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know whether that was character work or whatever, but I will say even last season there are times I felt she was actually a bit mean. That's the only thing I would put down. The match she played against Jader in the tournament last year, I remember in my head as it being particularly rude to Jader.
Yeah, she's really mean. She's like really annoying and mean. I know it, but like that's her character. Chandru is also like that.
I get
but
that.
I think people are like getting this in a way of her managerial like presence, and it's not fair because you can be a jerk and be a great manager. So I'm just
honest. Yeah, Tom was way more rude back in the day, and he's a 3-time player of the year or manager of the year. So,
no, I completely agree. I completely agree. I just if they've banned her from the chat, then I think that is fair because I don't think it's fair when in the competitors.
Yeah, and I think I don't know who I talked to, but I also said it like if she did it, then she has to be prepared for it to be read out loud because that's not really a nice tactic, but I think she just really leans on to being annoying.
Yes, but no denying, for me, absolutely manager of the week. I think he definitely deserved it.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Right. So that is our recap done for this week matches. You know what time it is now, everyone.
Yay, predictions. I must apologize. I don't have something to write on a piece of paper here.
You
but
can say it out loud.
If I can just say it as we go.
Oh,
yeah,
because I have them. I have them.
I agree with Thomas. Okay, so I'm going to get up the schedule for next week.
Okay, hold on. Before you do, sorry. We have to show this to everyone because
yeah,
it is so close. It is extremely close, but Liam's still in the lead, so he can still glow.
Okay, just give me 10 seconds.
Okay. I like how you are when you glow to the best, so
thank you. I hope I can still be gloating next week. Okay.
We'll see.
Right, we have another 5 matches to do.
This is crazy.
5 again. Oh, we're gonna have a busy week next week again, by the looks of it.
We're gonna be talking a lot.
All right, let's just go in date order. So, first match of the week. Actually, it's all singles this week. Every match is singles.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
That's
I
interesting.
haven't noticed that.
I didn't realize that. Okay, so first singles match of the week. Video Drew, who is overrated.
What?
You understand the reference? I'm not being
Yeah,
mean.
she wants us to say it.
She told us to say it. Okay,
so
Video
we're gonna.
Drew of the Dungeon against Elliot Dewberry of Corruption.
Okay, I can go first because I must say it. So I will go without draw on this one.
Okay, well, we
You
must
say it and then we will reveal.
Yeah, I'm going without draw with it. Without draw.
Yeah.
We're all Video Drew.
Everyone without draw.
I don't think there's a lot to say then if we've all picked Video Drew.
Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing Evil Elliot again. I love him in Corruption.
Yeah.
It's like, I think it's gonna be a great match. I think their character work really, really well together. But I'm really looking forward to seeing Shannon.
This is the only thing that I'll say about this match. Damn you, Shannon. Because of this, we don't get to see Makuga versus Video Drew.
Oh. Yeah, but Mekuga, as a kid now, he has a lot to do, and
I
Evil
know.
Elliot is one of the best thing to come
was
out
like-
from 2020.
Video Drew is probably one of my favourite competitors in terms of character work. And her
Yes.
final match of last season, she played a perfect game.
She did.
I do wonder if I have a little bit of recency bias because I'm thinking of that perfect game. And before that, she was a little bit inconsistent. She's on the dungeon now. I just see her maintaining that level. I don't think she's going to go perfect,
Yes.
but she's going to have a really good game. So yeah, Video Drew for me.
Let's be honest, she's got Bateman, Murrell, Molly, Adam Witts all studying with her. So yeah, if she is studying with her.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
is.
I think should we just move on because I don't think there's a lot more to say for that match.
Does Maddie want to
Yeah.
say something?
So can I go with the second match of the week?
Why don't you?
Okay, so it's done. This is done. Yeah.
Second match is Christy V of the Stars against Rick Radis of Finstock Exchange. I'm going to write them now.
Are we gonna try again? I think
I'm going with we. I'm going with Stars. We.
Really?
I'm going with the fan leaguer.
Oh,
okay. Let's reveal.
I haven't
That's
expected
interesting.
that.
I didn't expect that either.
I'm going V also.
Oh, I've gone Rick.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
I think Rick is going to be a jerk, but we'll see.
I don't know why I did that.
Oh, I'm just so surprised. You're always going for the ladies and for the good people.
I know. I think the gold leader match has just changed my outlook a little bit on the Finstock Exchange. So I just hearing Barbarian talk about
Thomas is with you.
his what was it he said? The sort of quiz they did for all the people I wanted to draft and stuff. I just kind of believe him. And I think Brother Lomas was probably the more character-centric player. I just have a feeling he's going to do it. I obviously don't know enough about either competitor to have a really good say, but I just have a feeling this Barbarian recruitment process, we might start seeing its payoff this week.
I actually think you might be you might have this one. I was really thinking about it because you're right. I think like most of the Finstock Exchange people probably will win their first match and then we'll see. Because they picked well, still think it's not the best strategy to pick only rookies, but they proved their people know and have the knowledge. But I really want Chrissy to win. I really like
I'm just gonna say, if Finstock Exchange is in top 3 at the end of the season, everyone must apologize to Barbarian and Finstock.
No, still not gonna do it. Sorry.
I don't think they will do it, but maybe they will prove us wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, but we never said it was the worst draft. It was the most risky one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did say it's the worst. To be fair.
Yeah. I picked. I think that I'm the most surprising pick here. I think that everyone expected me to go with.
I thought you and Liam are going to be reversed.
Yeah. No, because I am always having a faith in fan leaguers. It's the same thing I said about Tamara Moses. So she has experience in the Schmoedown related stuff. I don't think that we saw any fan leaguer. I hear you, Thomas. I don't think that we saw a fan leaguer who did bad in this league. I don't think that we can say, oh, he's a fan leaguer and he did bad in this league. So when I don't know anything much about the people, I will always go with the fan league experience. That's why I took we. So that's my reasoning.
I think it might go really similar to the gold leader Lacey match. I'm
Yeah.
I'm scared it's gonna be the
No.
same.
No, it won't be. It
Please
won't be.
no.
Not this time. I will say this. There's a channel called Featured. Damn it, I'm getting it wrong. Featured Presentation Productions. They do a whole bunch of fan league stuff. She writes for them. She does a show on their channel. She is probably the leader of the fan league from the sounds of things. So, in my opinion, she's there. She's got it. She's got the knowledge. She loves the game. She will do well in this thing. The same thing that Matt said about Gold Leader last week, I think we can put with Christina V, but without the bragging part.
Well, to be honest, if I take the L on this one, I will be quite happy to. I don't want Rick to win. But
He's gonna have.
We need it. We need it to
Yeah.
get an L. We need
Yeah, maybe you did this for us.
Okay. Next match is. Oh, sorry. I just looked up the rosters. I wanted to see when they were drafted. Rick was drafted 9th and V was 11th. Just thought that might be interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I also have bigger trust in Roxy than in Dagnino. Like,
yeah,
don't we all?
I said to Liam, I'm never voting against Roxy again.
Mm.
I probably will again when Dimallanta and Damon play, but
Okay, Friday's match on YouTube, because we have got a pay-per-view, but the YouTube match is Paul Preston of the Den against James White of Corruption.
Damn it.
I'm going with Preston.
Okay.
Hang on. Okay, I'm ready.
I'm also ready.
I'm going with Preston.
Wow. Again.
But I was
Again,
seriously
yeah.
considering Liam. Like, I was thinking about going with White because I thought I would be the only one. And
Teresa,
I
are you
am-
going to put a Liam and swap?
No, never. Always stick with your gut. Is what I learned from that
Yeah.
experience. I am going James because I don't think we saw enough of him last year, and I am remembering, although it was Robert Meyer Burnett who was a bit crazy, that he was picked second in that draft. So I have a feeling Corruption is going to get a really big win here because I think James White might have been their 10th or 11th pick, and Paul Preston was one of the Den's free agency picks. I don't know whether Paul is going to turn around his form from last year. My heart wants him to. I just don't think it's going to happen yet. I think he needs to have some team matches with Ben, get a few wins, and then I think his singles play will progress. I just got a feeling James White, under Corruption, is going to be a different player. I'm going with him.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. This was a match I was most conflicted in, I will say. It was hardest pick for me, and I completely agree. It can go both ways. The reason I chose Preston, I will be honest, is Ben Bateman, because Paul was one of the players Bateman was considering to be his teammate, and that list was Drew McQueenie, Dan Merle, and Paul Preston. Because I think that Paul Preston, and players probably know this because behind the scenes stuff, I think that Preston is the hungriest player in the league right now. The one who thinks that he has the biggest chip on his shoulder, and the player who thinks that he must prove himself this year. Also, I think that Preston always did better in his singles than in their teams. I think that singles is something that he's better at than teams. That's why I'm going Preston. But I fully agree that it could be White. I'm not saying Preston will win for sure. It's a toss-up, but I believe in Paul Preston this season because I think that he has a lot to prove. Really, I think that he's a Jeff Snyder. Not that he will be as successful, but Jeff wanted to prove something last season. I think that this season, this is Paul Preston, the man who wants to prove something to the fans and to himself. And when you want to prove something to yourself, you are a dangerous man.
Thomas got my back.
Yeah, I'm also like feeling very similar to all of you. I think James White will be much better this season. We saw him only in 2 matches, but in both of those matches, I didn't feel he was up to Preston's like gameplay. So maybe it will change. I think corruption will help him a lot. I also think Dan is a completely different faction this year. And I know Paul Preston and Ben Gather study all the time. So he's a clear pick for me, but it could go either way as all of the matches before. So, yeah.
Do you think it's an upset if White wins this?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it. I think
it's a big upset, but
I think that most people see it as 50-50 because I think that people do not consider Preston as I do consider him as a great player, but I don't think that most people consider him as a great one.
Sorry,
I think with him going in the free agency and with him being with Ben Goddard and more hungry than he was last year, I think people are going to say if James White wins, it will be an upset.
How can it be not be an upset? James White was picked in the last round, right?
Yeah, James White was picked 10th, and Paul is Ben's first pick or second, depending if you put Goddard first. So it absolutely would be an upset, and I think it's going to happen. Right, so we have Battlefield, which is the
last pay-per-view
next Friday. I'm not even going to bother asking Ben to write for this one because we all know who he's going to pick, don't we? So you don't even need to write it, Ben. I know who you're picking. So the first match.
We knew it for months.
Roka, Liz Shannon Miller. Liz Shannon Miller could be in her against 8 players, and Ben would still pick Liz Shannon Miller. So okay. Roka.
Okay, I will say mine right now. I'm going with Ben on this one. Me and Ben are on the same boat. I'm going Liz.
You ready, Teresa?
I'm really sorry, Ben. I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm
with you.
Oh, we are split.
I'm with you. Now, this one, I'm going head, not heart. I want Liz to win. I think Roka's going to take it. Roka.
I thought I'm going to be the only one who's going to pick Roka.
We've broken Ben's heart. Roka has a tendency to start really well in the seasons. I think he always does quite well in the beginning. I don't know. I just see him winning. I don't know why. Like I said, he tends to start well, and I think Liz will come back. I think she's a great player, and I think she'll come back. But I just see Roka having this one.
Okay. Can I defend Liz now because you are for Roka, and we will put Ben for the last, of course, on this one. So, as I said, and we said also that we think that this year will be Year of the Ladies, and if you put gun to my head and say which lady is gonna be a singles champion this year, you can only choose one lady. I will probably say singles champion this year will be Liz Shannon Miller. No, Liz Shannon Miller. And I think I do generally think she's the best singles player, best female singles player in the league right now, in my opinion, as in what I saw this season. Not this season, but from previous seasons. And I think that this is her year. and that's why I think she will win. I know that Roca knows a lot, but I think that Liz will know a lot of stuff, and that this is Liz year. Liz, I think, I think that Liz will be at least in number one contender match this year again, if not the champion. Because if I'm saying that this is the year of the ladies, I do think that also Laura Kelly will be a champion this year. But I think that the singles title will be Liz Shannon Miller's, and yeah, that's why I'm picking Liz over John Roca.
We'll leave Ben till last. So Teresa, why did you go Roca?
Okay, I'm seriously really sorry about this. Like, this sucks because this is the first lady I haven't picked to win in a match. But I have to go with my gut, and for some reason, I don't know why, I just have a feeling about this match and Roca, because he lost a lot last year, but he played really well. So that must be seriously frustrating. And you know how he gets when he doesn't win in a long time. He's going to go crazy for it, because if not, maybe this is his last season. And I don't think he wants this to be his last season. So I think he's going to go full force at studying, at everything, at character, at being mean to his opponents, at like everything. And I also think Liz had a lot of luck last year. So I don't know if it's going to happen again. I wish it did. I actually wish she would win that match, but Ben, I don't know.
Look at Ben's face.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I really, really like her. She's amazing. She plays amazing. But I just think Roca is better. I'm sorry.
Okay, Ben, take it away.
I'm going to go.
Okay. I would say this. In order for that luck, for her to take advantage of that luck, she has to know her stuff. So you can say she was lucky. I don't care what you say. For me, if you haven't done the work, the luck won't help. Sorry, just have to say that.
That's true. That's true. But she was lucky, and then Roca wasn't lucky last year. I think it's sometimes like.
I get that. But let's be honest here. If you look at consistency, how many number one contenders matches was Liz in the last 2 years? Every player that she played went on to play the singles championship.
That's true.
Just about, except for her debut. So every match that she lost, the player went on to play in the championship. So quite frankly, I think it's her time. It's her time to win. It's her time to be a champion. And I think that Roca, no matter what he does, will not. Now that Liz is with another good manager, with Sam Levine, I think that even if Roca tries to be an asshole and tries to attack Liz Shannon Miller, I think Sam Levine will crush him.
I will just say this.
Yep.
I just want to say this because it's funny, and I think Liam will enjoy what I'm saying. Liam, just consider this. And Thomas, you watch us every week, and you know what I will be saying here. Just consider a championship match between Liz Shannon Miller and Dan Merle, and just imagine Teresa and Ben debate on this show about that match. That would be so much fun just to listen.
Oh man, no, it could happen.
It might happen this year. Yeah,
it could happen, and I will just shut up and listen you two talk.
Yeah, me and you have to jump out, and then you two just run the show that day. I think. Yeah, no, look, I can't argue anything you said there.
Yeah, it's all true.
It's just gut. I just got a gut feeling on this. The final match of the week is the main event, which is Ben Bateman of the Dungeon against Mark Riley of the Den. I'll be ready.
This is the only match where I'm not going with my heart.
I know already, so if you are finished, just tell me. I will say who I'm. Okay, I
Yeah.
have
Okay.
Bateman. I have Bateman.
Bateman.
Yeah, we're all
Bateman. Yep.
I'm not shocked by that, to be honest.
Nope.
I was
Yeah.
expecting that.
Oh.
I'm not counting Riley out, but I
No.
just think but Bateman is just on a different level. I know Riley had a good showing in the tournament, but I do think he didn't play exceptionally in the tournament, to be honest, despite getting to the third round.
Yeah.
Ben is hungry. Paul, Matt said earlier he thinks Paul is the hungriest. I would say it's probably Bateman. I can't not vote for him.
I also think
Okay.
it's going to help a lot that the 5-pointers are different this year, because that was his only enemy last year. Like, that was what stood between him and 2 titles. So
Except for Lucas Black.
yeah, okay, sure. That happened, but
I'll never let that go.
he still could have won it on the 5-pointer, right? So I think 5-pointers being a little bit different is going to help a lot of competitors, and Ben is one of them. And so that means that he's unstoppable for me. I think there are very few people who are going to challenge him, like Dan or Collins, but I don't think Mark Riley has the ability to do it. I think he's going to be very good in teams. I just don't think singles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going with Ben Bateman. He said that he won't lose a match this season. I don't believe that. I think that he will win a lot of them, but I think that he really had some bold predictions of his year this year.
60
But
days.
and I'm 60 days. But I'm just gonna say that I think if Riley is gonna pull an upset in any match in singles, I think it could be this one, because I don't think that he will be more hungry than to beat his friend Ben with who he was a teammate last year. But of course, I think that Ben is now a better player than Riley. I will say something. But for me, it was a 2-pointer in my book. But okay. I'm not going into that now. But I will just say, this is no disrespect to Riley. I don't think that he's going to be a singles champion ever again. Unfortunately, I think that he's what in the fighting business is called gatekeeper. So if you want to be A+ tier player, you have to beat Riley. And unfortunately, I don't think that he can be a champion anymore. It's sad, but that's my opinion. I don't know if anyone agrees with me on that.
Yeah, because I don't think he doesn't want it enough. He's never going to study that hard, like Bateman does.
The competition is just too fierce now. I mean, you got Bateman, you got Roker, you got Dan Merrill, Adam Collins, Liz Shannon Miller, Ethan Irwin. That's 6 people.
You could go for like 20 now.
Yeah. And so if anyone watches the fights and like to watch fights, he's a gatekeeper. That's what he is to me. And and that's not and I don't think that is any disrespect to be a gatekeeper, and most of the older fighters are gatekeepers. So Riley, thank you for building the game, but Ben Bateman, I think, will beat you.
I think I will just say this: I will laugh so hard if Bateman loses, thanks to all his "I'm not going to lose a match. I'm not going to lose a match."
If he loses this match, he's done.
If he does, I can't wait for the video of Finstock with John discussing his face.
Yes. Oh, nice.
Can you just imagine what will happen on backstage in the chat if Ben Bateman loses the match? I think that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not that important to him, right? It's not like he's.
Yeah,
it's
but
not a
people
tournament match. It's not a title match.
Yeah, but people will destroy him because he said for the whole that he will win every match and he loses his first. Yeah.
I would be happy for Riley.
Because we all picked Bateman, it wouldn't matter for our league. So I really want Riley to win now.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I just want to say this. I hope this doesn't
yeah.
happen, Thomas. I'm sorry. I just hope this doesn't happen. Not this year.
But it could. It could.
I think it could as well, actually.
It could.
I do think Thomas has a point.
Yeah, I really want to see him with Duralde. I think they could be like D13 last year was such a good team, and they lost on not knowing the game that much. And Riley knows the game. If someone knows the game, it's Riley. And he also spent a lot of time with Bateman studying. He's a strategic player now. He knows. So him and Duralde could be like very formidable. So I want to see him play in teams now.
I love that. I love that team.
Yeah. I just want to have some hot take on the pay-per-view itself. I think that the main event and co-main event should be different. I think that Lee Shannon Miller versus John Rocca should be a main event, and the undercard should be Ben Bateman versus Mike Riley, because I think in the grand scheme of things, I think that Rocca versus Lee Shannon Miller is much more important match for the continuance of the league.
But
I think it's because of the storylines also.
Yeah, the team breaking up and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I think that's why it is. But
it's like they were teammates for 2 years.
Yeah, I understand. But in my heart, the main event is Lee Shannon Miller versus John Rocca.
I can understand why.
We have
a lot to look forward to this week. Thomas made a good point about thinking Riley might retire. I think he's onto something. I can see that happening this year. I hope not, but I wouldn't be shocked. So yeah, that is our show ended.
Oh no, it's not. You have to tell what my punishment is.
That is true. Okay, Matt, if you come last in our prediction league, if you win, we all have to do punishments you choose for us. Is that the agreement? How we're doing it? I didn't realize.
I actually thought that.
I thought it was just.
No, I just thought that if the winner can choose, they choose the punishments for all of us.
Okay.
I like that idea.
Okay. Okay, so this week is Matt. Next week we'll think of one for Ben, and then the week after.
No. Next week, Teresa or Ben needs to choose the punishment for one of them. So either Teresa will choose the punishment for Ben, or Ben will choose the punishment for Teresa.
Okay.
Teresa, I'll give that to you.
Okay, but Ben. Okay, sorry, Matt. If I win, your punishment.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you an England flag.
Okay.
I want you to put it on your wall, stand up, and apologize to me for Croatia beating England in the 20.
Oh my God. Okay. Hey, Liam. Do you want to put another wrinkle in our punishments?
Okay, well,
they want to hear it.
Yes.
Look, so if I win and if you win, it's the same plus punishment for us. So if any of us win, either of us must send the video of our show to 5 of our best friends to see us say that.
Deal.
I somehow feel that's worse for Liam.
Yeah, it's much worse.
No, trust me, for Croatians, if I'm as a Croatian apologize for that, I'm dead.
Okay, so now your life is on the line.
Yeah.
Okay, so next week, Ben and Teresa have a think for each other. I'm nervous now.
And so now I have a question.
Yeah.
So now I have a question. If let's say we taking the winner chooses the punishment for the losers, are we then going to say after we've done myself and Teresa choose for each other, let's say Teresa and Liam have to choose for each other
Yeah, also.
the following
Yeah.
week?
Yeah. So either Teresa, so you two must choose the punishment for each other, and then next week someone else will choose the punishment for each other, and that so we can know what the punishments are for everyone. Teresa will choose punishments for 3 of us. I will choose for 3 of you, and every week you will hear what the punishments are until we are done with the punishments.
I have a good one for Teresa.
Please no.
I will not reveal until that time. Okay. Anyway, I think that's a great place.
I just want to ask something. Can you have the T-shirts from Schmoedown delivered all over Europe?
Yes.
I didn't check.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So I right now have a punishment for Teresa.
I'm not buying the shirt. Yeah, okay, you can buy it and then I'm gonna do it. But if I'm buying a shirt, I'm buying one I want to have. So
no, your punishment will be something else. Your punishment will be something else if I win.
Okay.
So Thomas is German. We have a new European country on the team. we are fully embracing Europe and South Africa. I don't forget you, Ben, on this show. But I think we're almost at 2 hours, so we really need to leave it there now. But it's been a really fun show. I'm really nervous now because I have got some wild predictions this week, and I've really strayed off course from the rest of you guys. So I'm either going to be very far ahead or very, very far behind at the end of this week, and I'm really scared, but I'm excited. So Teresa kindly runs our Twitter, which is at Euro Schmoe, I believe. Is it? Yeah.
Euro_Schmoe.
I post on, there is a UK and Europe Facebook group for the Schmoedown, and I post this link every week, as well as on the main Facebook group. So you can find the link for the show there every Sunday. I post it a few hours before. Please comment and like the video. That helps us out, and share it with any other fans. That we would really appreciate that. Personally, you can find me on Instagram at PsycheLiam, PSYCHY Liam, if you want to know what's going on in my life. But as I always say, it's not very interesting, so don't bother. It's not, you don't really need to. A few exciting things might be coming to this channel soon. I need to double check with Ben, because Ben is our tech guy. But we may be doing some watch alongs and things like that soon. I haven't got a date as to when that will start, but potentially next week, if not soon. So that's exciting. And we hope, Thomas, if you're around, and any other fans, you can join us for that. So that's it from me. I'll pass it on to Matt.
Yeah, you can find me if my Twitter starts to work on Schmoe Matt. I did make it, but I have some problems with it. I must fix it. I still wasn't able to do it, but Schmoe Matt, if you can find me on Twitter. I'm calling myself back that because I'm mostly using it for Schmoedown. So yeah, I will probably answer if you ask me anything about the Schmoedown. Please leave a like on this video, comment, give us constructive criticism. We would love to hear it, because if you don't like it, we can maybe fix it and make the show better for everyone, including you, our audience. And just keep watching Schmoedown, and all of us in the after show community. I think it's a great watch. I think that I'm saying for all of us that we are also watching other after shows and enjoying them. So yeah, just keep loving Schmoedown, and see you next week.
Yeah, I'm Teresa _ Sky on Twitter, and everything Matt said, that's me.
And Ben.
All right. I have a few things to plug. I have my Twitter, which is at _the_king king_Ben. I'll be on the Facebook groups. I'll be on the. I won't be so much on Twitter because I don't understand it so much, but I'll definitely post some stuff. Let's see. I will definitely do that, Thomas. I promise. If we decide to do it,
Yeah, sure.
I'll send the stuff to Teresa. She can send that on to you. Then I just want to say, everyone watch Beyond the Schmoedown, and if you can, a certain point of view, because I think they're both going to have interesting stuff to say about this last week's matches, and I think it'll be nice to see.
Okay, well, we have our homework. It's going to be a really interesting week. Let's hope I'm gloating again next week. I'm sure you guys.
No, please no. You are already ahead. We don't need that.
Okay, just to see us out, I'm going to gloat whilst Ben ends the show for us because I might not be able to do it anymore. So until next week, Euro Schmoe. No,
I thought
Euro
I'm
Schmoe.
gloating this week.
you're not allowed
I
to.
wanted to gloat.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I
We're
was
all
pulling
gloating.
one.